All right. So, welcome to pull day. Today we're going to be setting up suspension trainer and bands. Now, I want to show you guys when we do this. This is a basic mobile kit. Okay, so I don't have the door strap today, but I've got my 3 lightest bands on 1 carabiner, and I've got my suspension trainer set up on this standard strap, which I'm going to attach up there. If I want to travel with these and make one modular kit, all I have to do is attach this carabiner to this set of straps, and I have a single mobile kit. Okay, that's it. It's done. The whole thing fits. I can fold the whole thing up, throw it in a bag, and go. Don't make it more complicated than this. It doesn't need to be. So this is what we're working with today. I'm going to take my top strap. I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to have to cut this down one because I'm too short. So I'm going to take these off. I'm going to put it with this other 2. I'm going to sling this over the top. And I'm going to feed that through that spot. So now I have one complete kit here. I can even knock this one down a little bit. I know this is a long way to start, but I want to show the basic setup so that way nobody's confused when they're doing this on their own. I'm just going to put on the lower strap here. So that's it. We have one full mobile kit. Then we can let this out, and we've got everything we need right there. Because what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be working with pulls. We're doing pull day. Suspension trainer is perfect for pull day. We're going to do a couple different versions, and we're going to do some fly versions. So to start off, let's go ahead and take the yellow or orange band, and let's go ahead and shift over to warming up the shoulders. We're going to start, as we always do with the upper body days, by putting tension on the band and going over the top for 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. All right, so today we're not in Stromakov Park, we are in Letna Park, and you can kind of see it if you look behind me here. On the other side of this is actually the what we call in America soccer field, what everybody else calls a football field for the team Sparta out of Prague. And on the other side is this gigantic, beautiful park. So we're going to go for set number 2 over the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Now, just to give you an idea of what these parks look like, in case you don't know, here in Prague, there's actually a cafe down there. There's another fitness station there. And this is where we are at the moment. Just a nice, beautiful, green park. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to grab our suspension trainer. We're going to make sure that the handles are lined up. I'm going to clip this back up so I don't lose it. And I want to make sure my handles are even. And what we're going to do here is, that's a little too low. I'm going to bring these up a smidge because we're going to try to get into a pretty extreme position. We're going to go really low to begin with. So, meaning I'm going to lay pretty far down and back, like so that I'm pulling up in what we normally call an Aussie row. An Aussie row means bottom up. So, and then the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take my black band, I'm going to sling it up through this strap, whether it's attached to the anchor or whatever, and I'm going to use the black band to simulate a downward pull. So I'm going to sit down, and I'm going to pull down into a basic downward pull, just like so. And we're actually going to superset these together. So I'm going to do the bottom up pull first, and then I'm going to do the downward pull second. So suspension trainer first, band second. So we're going to aim for between 8 and 12 repetitions, and we're going to superset them together for 8 to 12 repetitions. So I'm going to the way I get deep into these is I start with my elbows short, I get low into it, and then lower myself. I'm going to keep my thumbs up. I'm going to pull back, slowly lower. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to walk myself back. Then I'm going to put my hands through the loops or have my handles. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to pull down, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, just like so. And then we're going to take 30 seconds off. So we're going to do 2 more sets like that where we're going to superset them together. It helps get the most out of the repetitions. And we want to be practicing some sort of vertical pull and some sort of horizontal pull. We're always trying to figure out how to do both of them. It's really important for overhead mobility, but also to correct posture from sitting all day. Just a heads up. All right, we're gonna go for set number 2. Again, we're gonna aim for between 8 and 12. I wanna be smooth and controlled through the repetitions. I'm not trying to go fast. I'm just trying to keep the reps even today. All right, so we're gonna go under and pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to walk myself up, put my hands through the loops, sit down, and pull down, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right, now we're going to take a break. We're going to do 1 more set like that. And then we're going to change up our position a little bit. Now, if you did the workout yesterday, you can leave some statement in the comments. Were your biceps sore? Why were my biceps sore? I have no idea what I was doing yesterday in yesterday's workout that made my biceps sore. Makes no sense to me. All right, let's go for 1 more. Starting in 3, 2, glutes are tight. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, switch to overhead. Hands go through the loops. And pull down in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. All right. So what we're going to do now is make a slight adjustment. So if you see, I've got the suspension trainer set up so that it's at roughly like waist height. So instead of being in a neutral position where I'm pulling back and pinching my shoulder blades together, I'm going to be going what I call an A-frame, where I'm at 45 degrees, pulling wide at sternum level. So we're not going to be in as extreme of a deficit. We're going to lean back, pull A-frame wide, like so. And then the other thing that we're going to do is take our light band and we're going to feed it through the black band that's already up there, or the other band that's already up there, depending. And we're going to actually have our palms forward, pulling back and down, back and down, back and down, just like so. So this is set up, looped through. This is set up for at about waist height. So we're going to superset those together. We're going to do 8 to 12 and 8 to 12, starting in 3, 2, 1. We're going to lean back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Now we're going to grab the band. Just grab it so the palms are going to face forward, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Take a little break. Now, you'll notice we're working similar muscles in that. We're working on the scapular region in the middle of the back, which is good. We want that. And we're going from the largest muscle groups with the biggest muscle mass behind them. And we're going to work all the way down into the smaller muscle groups with the smallest muscle mass behind them, ending with the biceps. And you'll see what I mean by that when we finish, because your biceps aren't big. In fact, your biceps are only about 1/3 of your arm's mass. Your triceps are the vast majority of the mass of your arm. So if you want bigger arms, work on triceps first, biceps second. They can also do more volume. All right, let's go for number 2. I know I'm not a huge guy, so, you know, if you're trying to get massive, like, I'm not the guy you want to follow. But if you're trying to be in good overall condition, that's our goal here, is really good general physical preparedness. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, smooth and easy. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch to the bands. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Pulling down at 45 degrees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. 30 seconds off. We're going to do the same thing for one more set. Then we're going to switch to high pulling motions, which have to do with external rotation of the arms. You'll see what I mean by that in a minute. But we want to, now one of the things that's super interesting about this is that when I use a band, I get variable resistance from the band, where at the peak point of contraction, I have the peak point of resistance. So the more I stretch the band, the harder the band pulls back, which means the harder my muscle has to work. With the suspension trainer, it's the exact opposite. So At the very bottom is where it's actually its strongest, and at the very top is where it's actually its weakest. So the reason we use these two tools together is because they have an inverted resistance curve to them. So the muscle gets a variable resistance in both directions, and that stimulus is really, really good for the nervous system. All right, let's start for number 3. Lean back and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Switching over to the orange or yellow band, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right, now we're going to go ahead and take this off. Take that out. We're going to clip it all back together so we don't lose any of the pieces. And now what I'm going to do is take this band. I'm going to loop it. Ideally, what I want to do is loop it around something that's anchored low. So I'm going to take my red band. I'm going to find like a foot of a couch or a bed, or I'm going to put my anchor at the bottom of the door and separate it from my suspension trainer or whatever. And I'll use this to show it. I'm going to loop the red band around the object like so it comes together, and then I'm going to run the band through it like this. And my goal here is to be able to pull up and back. Up and back. So I'm externally rotating. Now the reason I put the red band on it is it gives me a little more give on this lighter band so it doesn't overpower my rotator cuff, because I'm trying to keep my wrist straight and I'm trying to make what is essentially a goal motion. I'm about to do the same thing with the suspension trainer. I'm going to lean back, I'm going to pull myself up and rotate back. So we're going to now directly experience the difference in what's the resistance curve between these two tools doing essentially the same motion. But in this case, instead of doing the suspension trainer first, we're going to do it last. We're going to do the bands first. So I'm going to get set with the bands. I'm going to have a little flex in my knees. I like to grab it with my back 3 fingers, not my 4. Don't link your thumb underneath. It makes it harder. Put it on top of your first knuckle of your index finger like that. And we're going to pull up and rotate back. And we're going to do that squeezing our glutes with the knees slightly flexed so we're not arching our back. And we're going to do 8 to 12 of those, starting in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to pull up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then I'm going to set this off to the side so I can come back to it. And I'm going to grab onto my handles, and I'm going to do a very similar movement. I'm going to pull wide and externally rotate up and then lower back down. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now my handles are not perfectly even on this. I can feel it. So now I've got them cinched up. All right, it's 30 seconds off. We're going to do that for 2 more sets. Let's see how much time we have left. Oh, we got 10 minutes. We got plenty of time. We're going to get to biceps. No problem. And you're going to say to me, but Ryan, why? We never do biceps. And I'm going to say, I know. That's why we're going to do them. Because we've got time. And you know why we have time? The answer is because supersets. That's why. Supersets get it all done real quick. All right, we're going for number 2. Grab onto your lighter band, starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2. Now remember, the further I pull, the further I go back, the more resistance I'm going to get. 3, the closer I get to the band, the less resistance I'm going to get. 4, so if I want to make it lighter, I move forward. If I want to make it stronger, I move backward. And you only need a couple inches. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those elbows got to go back. 11, 12. Switch to the suspension trainer. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Go. 1, 2. Thumb over the top. False grip it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Take a break. Let's do. Oh, you're going to feel your shoulders tomorrow. I promise. In a good way, though. In a good way. Now, remember, we divide these days up intentionally. So push days, pull days, legs days, core and coordination days. It's all about integrating the whole package. And then, of course, mobility days. As I said yesterday, according to recent studies, 120 minutes of strength training per week is all you need for maximum health benefit. So that means 90 to 120 minutes. So that means 33 or 4 30-minute training sessions a week, which is what we're doing here, starting in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. And that's for the longevity and health benefits, meaning increased blood more positive blood markers for more years on your life. 5, 6, maintaining bone density. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch. And then coupled with 150 minutes of moderate cardiovascular activity. For most people, that's a brisk walk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You should be feeling your shoulders about at this point. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right, now we're done with that. We're going to do biceps. Now we're going to do 2 different versions of biceps. And to be honest, we don't even have to change the bands. We can keep the setup exactly the way that it is. I'm going to take first the bands here. I'm going to step into a large lunge where my arms are behind me, and I'm going to pull forward, keeping my elbows tucked and my shoulder blades back. So I'm just grabbing onto the band. If you want to get a better grip, you can loop your thumb through it like this and pinch it. But again, my arms are pulled back and I'm just pulling up like so. Basic behind me curl. And then I'm going to grab onto the suspension trainer. I'm going to have my arms straight out in front. I'm going to pull myself up and slowly lower. Again, in both cases, it's all from the elbow. So in the first one, the elbow's behind my ribs. In the second one, the elbow's in front of my ribs. And that's it. That's all we're doing. So we're going to do that for 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps. Go ahead and grab onto your band. We're going to go band first. You can use handles if you have handles. I just don't have them. I'm going to get into a split stance. My arms are going to be back. I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades back and pull forward and slowly release. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let that back. Grab onto the suspension trainer. Palms up. Pull to your forehead. 1, 2, or your jaw. I think jaw is more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Take 30 seconds. 1. And you can definitely feel it. The bicep is the muscle on the front of your arm. That's your bicep. 2 more to go. All right, starting in 3, 2, 1. Step into it. Arms are pinched back. Pull with the bend at the elbow. 1. Slow release. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. Switch to the suspension trainer. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Good. 1 more to go. And we should be right on time, as we always are. Yep. 1 more set in 30 seconds. And you'll be done for the day. Now, I highly recommend still trying to get up and move every hour. Throughout the day, outside of these workouts, I do obviously more stuff. Most people get a workout in and then remain sedentary for the rest of the day. This is not ideal. You should be moving throughout the day. All right, 1 more. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Pull. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See, the key is the resisting on the way back. 10, 11, 12. Good. All right, switch to the suspension trainer. Starting in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. All right. Now, here's how do we pack it all back up. We clip it all back in place, like so. We shorten up the straps so they're compact. We take down the clip, like so. And then we fold it all up and we put it back in the bag. And that's it. One complete system. So I will see you guys tomorrow for legs.